Welcome. Welcome everyone to the MTC Bat Mitzvah Club Ceremony 2023. This year's Bat Mitzvah Club takes on a special meaning because it's the year of Hakel. This year, the girls had a wonderful Bat Mitzvah program. Each month, the girls would get together to enjoy a creative, fun, exciting program on a specific theme that we had learnt each month. I cannot believe that the year is over. It feels like yesterday when you girls walked in with your mums and some of the dads to our orientation. Do you remember that? You girls were excited, yet shy. Some of you girls didn't know each other. Over the course of the year, I've had the greatest pleasure in watching you girls grow in so many ways. In your commitment to Hashem and the Torah, in your sensitivity towards one another, in the friendships you've formed, and the responsibilities that you've taken on. It was a pleasure to get to know you girls, to get to know your moms, your dads, and all your families. The girls will now present the Bat Mitzvah Club theme song. That was beautiful, girls. Thank you so, so much. Now, the girls are going to share an insight on one of the topics that we learned this year. I'd like to now please call up Kira.
Hi, my name is Kira and I just graduated Merton. Today I will be talking about inner and outer beauty. Let's think for a moment. Have you ever thought of what beauty really means? Writing this speech has made me think of different definitions of beauty, and today I will be sharing my thoughts with you. Sometimes a person might feel attracted to you because you're wearing a skin-tight dress or showing off your body. Picture-perfect magazine faces are what people define beauty as. Being a figure skater, I've participated in many different competitions and events. From my personal experience, I could tell you it's very hard to get ready. You have to get your hair and makeup done in order to impress the judges, but is that all really necessary? I would still skate the same even without being dolled up. I just feel obliged to do it because everyone else does. In Judaism, beauty can be understood in a new light. Consider this. You were just gifted something with immense value, a new ring, a fancy watch, or a brand new iPhone. Wouldn't you want to protect it to the best of your ability? You'd buy a screen protector for the phone and a case. You'd want to ensure that it stays safe and clean and it's in its proper value. Valuable items deserve the proper respect and attention. Even though we may wrap it up, keep it in a box, or keep it on the top shelf, it doesn't lessen the value of our precious gift. In our religion, we are taught that we are created in God's image. Our bodies are housing our most precious possession, our Jewish soul. We have to love our bodies regardless of our height, weight, and size. We are taught to love ourselves in our own skin, knowing that the beauty lies within. Just like the Torah scroll is much more precious than the velvet protecting it. Judaism teaches us how to focus on how we live rather than how we look. It asks us to accept and appreciate ourselves as creatures of God and to always try and improve ourselves. Sometimes you have to look deeper than just the surface. You have to view a person as a whole and their personality. As I turn 12, I turn Bat Mitzvah, and I am acquiring the Yetzer HaTov, which permits me to keep Hashem's good commandments. As I enter adulthood, I am able to make my own decisions and be held responsible for my actions. Judaism helps make me proud of who I am and understand that God has given us inner and outer beauty. I want to thank my parents for all the things that they have done for me. This year has been really hard, and I couldn't have done it without them. My mom was always there when I had a problem in school or felt like giving up. So was my dad, but he helped me taxi to the arena for me to skate, and when I was sad, he cheered me up. I cannot imagine doing this without them, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life. I also want to thank my siblings, Amanda, William, and Sabrina. You have been there for me whenever I needed support and made me laugh when I was feeling down. It is amazing to know that we can always count on each other for anything we need, and we're always there for each other. Lastly, I want to thank my dedicated teachers, my Bat Mitzvah teachers, Icha and Raheli. This year has been really difficult, and I wouldn't be here without them. Thank you.
Thank you, Kira. We'd like to this side? Continue. Yeah. No? Okay, you tell me. Come, Kira, I'm going to go this side. Before you sit down, we'd like to present to you this Bat Mitzvah gift. And I'd like to take a moment to actually demonstrate to all of you the gifts that are inside. So we'll start with the Bat Mitzvah certificate. So each girl is going to receive their certificate, and I'm going to open yours up just to show everyone and read it out. So we have the Montreal Torah Center presents this Bat Mitzvah certificate to Kira for successfully completing a year at the Bat Mitzvah Club. Mazel Tov on your Bat Mitzvah. May you always be a source of nachat and pride to your dear parents and to all Jewish people. Tammuz, the 4th of Tammuz, 5783, June 23rd, 2023. Yes, you can get a clap. Okay, yes, the next thing I'm going to present to you is a siddur, a leather-bound siddur. This is a gift. MTC has a tradition that all bar and bat mitzvah graduates receive a siddur. But there's something special about this siddur because each girl is going to get her siddur with her Jewish name embossed on the front of her leather siddur. So please cherish it and use it and come back when it's worn out for another one. This is actually something that the girls earned. The girls were challenged this year. This is a crystal candlestick. The girls were challenged this year to light the Shabbat candles for a certain amount of weeks. And the girls actually exceeded the amount and did really well with their candle lighting challenge. So here, each girl today is going to get a beautiful crystal candlestick, which we encourage you girls to continue to light each Friday before sundown. And I'd like to show you the last thing. This is a photo book that we made for you girls to look back and remember the most amazing experience that we had this year, all the memorable times together. So I'd like you to all enjoy this beautiful photo album. And I'm actually going to read you the note that we have written at the back for you girls. So this is to our Bat Mitzvah girls. Dear Bat Mitzvah ladies, you started the year as Bat Mitzvah girls after a full year of discovering your Jewish heritage, learning about the power and responsibility of womanhood, getting in touch with your special neshama, and making new friends, all in such a fun way. You are now ladies. Welcome to the wonderful world of proud Jewish women. Your godly soul is now fully developed, and you are entering a new stage in your life as a Jew. We know you will do great things because, remember, you've got the power. You know what to do. We love you, and we would love to stay in touch. Love, Ita and Racheli. I'd like to now call up Noah.
Hi. My name is Noah. I just graduated from Merton School. Today I'll talk about tzedakah. Most people think of tzedakah as donating money, but there's other ways. You can give money if you have some, or something old too. Even if you don't have money, you still can give tzedakah. For example, you can give help, time, or anything. You don't need to donate physical objects. What I find kind of odd is that there's no blessing for giving tzedakah. I discovered many reasons. One reason is that the person who's giving charity and the person who receives it both need to agree on it. If you said a blessing before tzedakah, and the person who's getting it doesn't accept it, then the blessing would have been said for no reason. I think that what's great about tzedakah is that any person can do it. Their age doesn't matter. They can do it regardless of their wealth. Even if they have problems or don't have very good circumstances, anyone in the world is able to give tzedakah no matter what. Tzedakah is such a simple mitzvah that can have such a special impact, can have such a positive impact on the world and connect us to others. We should give and not hold back, and the tzedakah box we made together at BMC may helps remind me to do just that. Thank you for listening.
Well done, Noah. Thank you. Great job. I'd like to now call up Mia.
Hello, my name is Mia Feinberg, and I just graduated Salman Schechter Academy. Thank you all for coming today and joining us on this very special day. I'm so honored to be standing here and speaking to all of you about what I think is important to me. Lighting the Shabbat candles has a very special place in my heart, as is a tradition that brings me closer to God and makes me feel very connected to my family. I'm grateful that now that I'm 12 years old and able to light the Shabbat candles, I can lead my family in such a meaningful way. The lighting of the Shabbat candles is also a reminder of the power of women in Jewish tradition. It is traditionally the woman of the household who lights the candles, and in doing so, she brings light and warmth into the home. As a young woman myself, I am proud to take part in this tradition and to carry it forward into the future. I like to think what this would look like when I'm older and have my own family to care for. I look forward to the day when I'm the Kirat Habayit, the woman, mother of the home, and I could pass the tradition on to my children and their children after that. I feel connected to all the women who came before me when I lit the candles, and I feel the importance of carrying on this beautiful custom for future generations. As we light the candles tonight, I invite you all to think about the wonderful women you know and help honor them, as we bring light and peace into our homes and in our hearts. I would like to add a very special thank you to Ita and Racheli for all your help for learning the importance of becoming Bat Mitzvah. From all the lessons and activities, we really learned it all. We couldn't have done it without you guys. I would also like to congratulate all the girls in front of me. We have all come a long way since the first day of Bat Mitzvah. I especially want to thank my family for always being there for me and always supporting me. Thank you everyone for coming today. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Mia. That was excellent. Well done. I'd like to now call up Chloe.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chloe Gordon, and my Hebrew name is Shoshana. I've been attending Salman Schechter Academy since pre-K. Today, I'd like to talk about one of the many interesting subjects we've been taught about during the MTC Bat Mitzvah program, Challah. In preparation for becoming a woman, I've learned various different and important subjects. I've learned many important morals and life lessons regarding what it means to be Bat Mitzvah and what it means to grow up and to become a woman. When it came time to choose a subject for my speech, I knew Challah was a topic I wanted to discuss. I think the reason that I want to discuss challah is because everyone knows what it is, but not many people know the real and symbolic meaning behind it. In Parashat Shalach, we are commanded that we make a dough from any of the 5 grains. We are to observe the mitzvah of separating challah. Essentially, God commands the Israelites to show gratitude by setting aside a portion. When baking bread, we separate a part of the dough for God. In times of the temple, the separated portion would be given to the Kohen. However, today we simply burn it. Try to imagine life without bread. What it would be like? Think of how many times a week you actually eat bread. In many ways, bread represents sustenance. What type of things do you need in your life? It goes without saying that we all need material things to survive, but we also need spiritual sustenance to get us through our lives. Challah comes from the word chol, which means ordinary. Why? Challah teaches us that we can bring godliness in our regular, ordinary, mundane lives, and that we need both material food and spiritual food in order to survive. The piece of dough is the reminder and the acknowledgement that all our food comes from God, and that is a very special gift. This is a very special time to ask for whatever you need in life. Halal also refers to the 2 special braided loaves of bread that we have on our Shabbat and holiday tables. Many years ago, when God took the Jewish people out of Egypt, They first received the Torah on Mount Sinai. Subsequently, they wandered the desert for 40 years. During those 40 years, how did they eat? There were no grocery stores or anything close to that. Whatever people ate is what they or their neighbors grew. So God provided manna for the Jews. It was a special food that would taste like whatever you wanted it to. It fell from heaven and was protected by a layer of dew above and below it, which is why we have a challah board and a challah cover. God gave the Jewish people exactly what they needed to survive. But what happened on Shabbat? The Jewish people would not be able to go out and collect it, since Shabbat is a very holy day, and they were commanded not to work on Shabbat. So on Friday, God sent a double portion of manna for the Jews to collect. This is why we have 2 breads on Shabbat and holidays, because in the desert, the Jews could not collect a double portion of manna on Friday and the days before holidays. Another reason that I chose this topic for my speech is the challah bake that we had here at the MTC. It was not only an educational experience because I was given the hands-on opportunity to bake a challah for myself, but it also enabled me to share that experience with my friends, my mother, and my grandmothers. It was particularly meaningful for me to share that experience with my mother and grandmothers, to be able to participate in a meaningful Jewish tradition together. I would like to express my gratitude for having had this learning experience. I've learned so much over the course of the past few months, and I've made many connections with all my fellow classmates and teachers. This has truly been a rewarding experience, one that I will never forget. I'd like to particularly thank Ita and Raheli for all your hard work and commitment over the past few months. Your combined devotion and patience have certainly made today possible, and have certainly made Bar Mitzvah class a unique and rewarding experience. Lastly, I would also like to thank Rabbi Itchy for your guidance necessary to achieve this milestone in my life.
Well done. Thank you, Chloe. Excellent. Now I'd like to call Presley.
Hi everyone, my name is Presley and my Hebrew name is Pero. I've been attending Solomon Schechter Academy since junior pre-K when I was 4. At school, I'd always hear about these amazing women in the Torah, but I would always find myself asking, why don't women play as big of a part as the men do in the Torah? But after my Bat Mitzvah classes, I've learned so many fascinating things about these amazing women, and I'm proud to say I was wrong. So when I was asked to pick a topic for my Bat Mitzvah speech, the choice was easy. I chose women in Tanakh. We learn so many different things from each and every one of these women who have special places in Tanakh, but I only have around 2 minutes for the speech, so I've decided to talk about Sarah, one of our 4 mothers. While Sarah was alive, there were 3 constant miracles in her home. The first miracle was the candles that Sarah lit every Friday evening to welcome in Shabbat. The candles kept on burning throughout the week until it was time for her to light them again. The second miracle was a blessing in her challah dough. The challah she baked never got stale or moldy. The third miracle was a cloud that rested above her tent. They call it God's cloud of glory. The cloud symbolized that God will always protect and watch over Sarah and her family. Through all of Sarah and Abraham's marriage, they tried to conceive, but Sarah couldn't get pregnant. So eventually, Abraham and Sarah asked one of their servants, Hagar, to have a baby for them. Hagar gave birth to a son, who they named Ishmael. The meaning behind this name is God hears, meaning that God heard the prayers of Sarah and Abraham and granted them with a child. The news of a new baby brought joy to Sarah for a few months, but she later felt jealous of Hagar because she could do something that Sarah longed to do. Around 12 years later, there were 3 angels that visited Sarah and Abraham's tent. They told Sarah that in 1 year's time, she would get pregnant and give birth to a baby boy. Sarah didn't say a word. She laughed. She didn't believe them one bit. But just as they said, 1 year later, Sarah gave birth to a baby boy named Yitzchak. The meaning behind this name, Yitzchak, is one who laughs or rejoices. The reason she named her son this is because when she found out she was having a baby at 90, all she could do was laugh and think about how funny that would be. There are a lot of important people who have helped shape me into the person I am today, so I'd like to take the opportunity to show them how much they mean to me and to thank them for everything they have done for me. Thank you to my family for always being there for me and for always helping me get to where I am today. I couldn't have done this without you guys. Bubby, Zadie, and Zadie, thank you guys for always believing in me and for always telling me the craziest stories, even though I sometimes don't understand them. Daddy and Mommy, thank you guys for everything. Even though sometimes I annoy you guys, especially dinner time, I know that I'll be able to come and talk to you whenever I need to. Mila, I know I get mad at you sometimes, but I hope you know that I'll always love you and that you can come talk to me whenever you feel like it. Ella, even though we get into fights a lot about the craziest things like clothes, I hope you know how thankful I am to have an older sister like you. But I'm sure you know because you're constantly reminding me. Thank you to Racheli and Ita for organizing this beautiful event. I wouldn't have been able to make it here without you guys. And lastly, to all of these amazing young women standing in front of me. Thank you guys for making these past couple of months so amazing and memorable. I truly couldn't have picked a better group to share this special day with. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. I almost fell down the stairs.
Thank you, Presley.
Here's the bag. Okay.
Well done. I'd like to now call up Jacqueline.
Hi everyone, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you all for coming and joining us on this special night. My name is Jacqueline and I just graduated from Merton School. I have chosen to write my bat mitzvah speech on inner and outer beauty. This is a really important topic because many people believe that how they dress defines them when this could not be farther from the truth. According to Judaism, a woman's body is sacred and meant to be healthy and respected. Women should be modest in the way they dress. What does it mean to be beautiful? Is it the makeup, hair, popularity that defines your beauty or your worth? In ancient times, the sign of beauty and wealth was to be larger. It meant you had more food. Today, people want to be thin because this is the way some people look at beauty. Our history has proven that the definition of beauty or being beautiful always changes. The internet and magazines hire models with great skin, who are skinny, and what they view as beautiful. Your beauty and your worth should not be defined by what people think or believe. I believe that inner beauty is way more important than your looks. You are given your outer beauty naturally at birth. Your personality and inner beauty is something that you have to develop. Your beauty is within. Your heart and personality lets you open up to others and make new friendships. Your outer beauty is what people see from afar or at first glance, but what makes people love you is your personality and once you get to know them. Everyone has their flaws and we are all unique. Every single person on this earth is different and that's a good thing. You can be confident in whatever you wear, and being confident does not come from your looks, it comes from a mindset. That is why I believe that inner beauty is more important than outer beauty. To me, if you're yourself and not afraid to stand up for others and share your thoughts, that is beautiful. I chose this topic because some people believe that outer beauty is more important than inner beauty. Inner beauty should be what really describes you. Many people try to adjust themselves to what people have told them or what they've heard, and they do not realize that a big part of the way people look at you is your personality. Your looks might attract, but your personality is what welcomes. And when you're kind, others can learn and look up to you. I'd like to give a big thank you to my bat mitzvah teachers, Ita and Racheli, who have not only helped me learn, but made this experience fun. I always look forward to coming to a session. I would also like to thank my friends for always supporting and being there for me. Lastly, I would like to thank my family for their support, encouragement, and for helping me grow as a person and teaching me almost all that I know today. Thank you so much for being there for me. Thank you for listening to my bat mitzvah speech.
Okay, wait. How do I get down from here? Okay. That was so scary.
Amazing. Well done, Jacqueline. Thank you. I'd like to now call up Mia.
Hi, my name is Mia Polak. I graduated Merton Elementary School. Today, I will be talking about honoring parents, which is the 5th commandment in the Torah. There are other important commandments, like do not kill and do not steal, but honoring your parents are just as important. When you don't honor your parents, you just respect them and hurt them even if you don't realize it. When you do honor your parents, you show them that you care about them no matter what, that you love them because you want to, not because you have to. You may not realize this, but every time you say I love you to your parents, it makes their day. And I'm sure that you say that a lot if you love them. I can tell you that I sure do. Sorry. In Judaism, every day is Mother's Day and Father's Day, is a quote that I admired. Even if it isn't true, you should act like it because it is true in our hearts. Just because honoring parents is a commandment that we have to follow doesn't mean that we do it because of that. We do it because we want to, not because we have to. Honor your father and your mother so that, as the Torah says, you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. Not only are you honoring your parents, but also your religion, your people, and your Lord. And that means that even when we are not in the mood, or maybe we're angry or even upset at our parents, we are still obligated to honor and respect them at all times. Us kids have to honor our parents, but we also have to honor our grandparents. Parents are important because they give us life, not just to us, but also to our siblings. There are many different ways to honor your parents. For example, making their coffee for them in the morning. If you have a sibling, then I'm sure you know that sometimes you can fight or argue with them. I know that we can't control when we fight, but the least we can do is try not to fight with them for our parents. I try not to be grumpy in the morning when my parents came to wake me up for school. Although I do not always want to go to school, I know by getting ready quickly and being respectful is one of the ways I honor them first thing in the morning. I also give my parents a morning hug and get ready without having them ask so many times. Now, in the 21st century, we have TVs, phones, and video games, and no one really plays board games anymore. But if you think for a second, you probably have many board games or just regular cards sitting in your house. Why don't you take one out from your closet and play it with your family? Interact with each other in person, not on a screen. Spending time with your parents is meaningful to them and to me. I also honor my grandparents when I go to their houses for Shabbat dinner and brunches. During COVID, even though we couldn't see our grandparents, I'll still try to light the Shabbat candles and do all the blessings with them on Zoom, which makes them feel special. It also showed them I valued the Jewish traditions that they taught me. Today, I'm standing here at my bat mitzvah as a Jewish woman. This event is very meaningful to my parents and to me. Today, I'm standing here trying to make my parents proud, which I feel is another way of honoring them. I hope that this experience of being able to participate in a bat mitzvah helps me towards the future of becoming a nice, thoughtful Jewish woman. I would like to thank my brothers for always wanting to hang with their big sister, for always looking up to me and making me feel proud of myself. They were always there for me. I am so lucky to have them as my brothers. I would like to thank my parents for always being there by my side through thick and thin no matter what. I know I can trust them with anything. They really are the best people. And lastly, I would like to thank my amazing teachers, Ita and Racheli. I have been looking forward to this day for so long, and they helped make it happen. They made BMC sessions so much fun and would always look forward to the next one. Thank you so much. Shabbat Shalom.
Well done. Thank you, Mia. Excellent. I'd like to now call up Sophia.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Sophia Pucher. My Hebrew name is Miriam. My speech today is about making good choices. Making good choices is doing something good in the world. Like instead of throwing your old clothes out, you can donate them to someone who needs it. Another example is if you're going to get a coffee or any food or drink, and you see a homeless person, you can offer them a drink or food. Making good choices is very important in life because God wants us to do the right thing, and because after you donate those clothes or buy that homeless person a drink, you feel good that you just helped a person in need. Some other good choices that you can do instead of being bored at home is go to a senior's residence and sit and listen to someone's amazing stories that happened in their life. Or you can make a gift basket with coloring books, bracelets, anything really, and you can go to a hospital and hand them out. It will not just make someone's day, it will make yours too. During my BMC classes, something that stuck with me was this one lesson where they showed us a picture of a woman in a short dress showing a lot of skin. Then they showed us a picture of a woman in a dress showing way less skin. This lesson that they taught us is that you can choose to cover up and still be pretty. You are gorgeous just the way you are. I love this lesson because it touched my heart. It taught me that I'm beautiful no matter what. I would like to say thank you to my bar mitzvah teachers, Ita and Raheli, and I would also like to say thank you to all my family that came here. Thank you for listening to my bar mitzvah speech. Have a good evening.
Well done, Sophia. Thank you. Excellent. I'd like to wish a big mazel tov to Ava Schachter. I'd like to now call up Chloe.
Good evening, everyone, and Shabbat Shalom. My name is Chloe Seidel, and my Hebrew name is Sarah. And yesterday, I just graduated Solomon Schechter Academy, and today for my Bat Mitzvah, I will be talking about the Torah study. Specifically, what the Torah means to the Jewish people and what it means to me. The Torah, as we know, is the center and the heart of Judaism. We believe that the Torah was passed on from Hashem to Moses on Mount Sinai, who then passed it on to the nation of Israel forever. The Torah isn't just our history, it is also a guide on how to live and to be closer to Hashem and to our fellow human beings. Since the earliest of time in history, Jews have looked to the Torah for answers. These questions that we ask of the Torah and that we explore while we learn are as complex as, what is the meaning of life and where do we come from? To the simplest questions, like what food do we eat or what plants do we grow? This year, I had the amazing opportunity to go to the land of Israel and to relive the stories that I heard from the Torah. Sometimes our tour guide would even give out costumes and we get to reenact where the stories took place. What I learned in Israel was that the stories and the themes in Torah are not just stories we tell each other, but they also come alive in everything that we do in our daily lives. What does studying the Torah mean to me? Well, it helps me learn about my Jewish history. It gives me a purpose and information about my ancestors. The Torah also shows me how to become a better person and how to be a part of my community and take an active part in my religion. At the time of my bat mitzvah, I can reflect and learn about the Torah. Now that I am maturing into a Jewish woman, I feel that I have the opportunity to learn more than I have ever before. I see the chance now to participate and to learn while I become more of an involved member in my Jewish community. I would really like to thank the Montreal Torah Center for this wonderful bat mitzvah experience, in particular Itanu and Raheli for guiding me and opening me up to this wonderful experience for me. I would also really like to thank my family for supporting me and my friends for making this experience even more fun than it already is. Thank you, everyone, and Shabbat Shalom.
Wow, that was super. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to now call up Ariel. Please come up.
Hi, thank you for coming to my bat mitzvah. My bat mitzvah group and I have worked very hard this whole year preparing for this day. My name is Ariel Panina Zbitsky, and I'm graduating from Merton Elementary School. Ever since I was little, I've been waiting for this day to come, so to be here right now, I'm super excited. In this speech, I'll talk about Jewish names. My Jewish name is Panina. I was named after my great-grandmother on my dad's side. They named me after her because they wanted me to be an example of strength and beauty just like her. The name Panina is of Hebrew origin, meaning pearl and coral. My parents wanted me to remember that I am precious and valuable, just like a pearl. Your Jewish name is applied to you soon after birth. Jewish boys are named at their Brit Milah, and girls at Torah reading shortly after their birth. Your Jewish name is selected by your parents, who usually name you after a dear relative that has passed away. Your Jewish name connects you to every Jewish person, but to most of all to your family and to generations of Jews that have passed. Hebrew names are important in Jewish tradition because they reflect the person's identity and character. In the Hebrew Bible, names often have a specific meaning that reflects their role. For example, the name Moses means drawn out of the water, which reflects the story of his rescue from the Nile River as a baby. Jewish parents are encouraged to pick meaningful names of Jewish heroes so that their children live a life of righteousness. Some people have biblical Hebrew names, and some have Hebrew names of flowers or places in the world that are special. My name in English is Ariel, which is a more modern Hebrew name, and Panina is a biblical Hebrew name. When I was in Israel for my bat mitzvah trip, I traveled to a lot of places and met a lot of people that had unique Hebrew names, but they weren't all biblical. They had names like Ariel, like me, which is a popular name in Israel. I would like to thank my bat mitzvah teachers, Ita and Racheli. I also want to thank my parents, brothers, grandparents, and my big Bubby for all their love and support. I love you all so much, and a big thank you to everyone for being here to celebrate this special day.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Well done. Well done, girls. You all did amazing. Let's hear it for our Bar Mitzvah girls. We will now hear some words from our rabbi.
Well, girls, that was so inspiring and educational. Thank you so much, and thank you to your wonderful teachers, Ita and Racheli, who have clearly invested so much in you, and it shows. We can see the wonderful fruits today. Thank you so much. So, what does bat mitzvah really mean? Bat means daughter. Mitzvah. Well, mitzvah is commonly translated as a good deed. That's true. But not all mitzvahs are deeds. Some things are things to say or even think. Mitzvah actually means commandment. But it also has another translation. Mitzvah means connection. So bat mitzvah means on this day when you turn 12, which you're celebrating, you now enter into a connection, a unique relationship with God. You know, there was a famous philosopher, his name was Descartes, and he said the following. He tried to think of a line, a statement that is absolutely true, objectively true, and cannot be disproved. He thought and thought for a long time and came up with the following. It's the only statement he could make that no one could dispute. You've all heard it. It goes like this: I think, therefore I am. By that he meant to say, all I really know is me. I could be imagining everything else. I believe there's a world. I believe you exist. I can't really prove it. I could be dreaming. I could be imagining my body. So I think, therefore I know I am. Everything else can't really prove it. He's right. Which begs the question, why would God do this? Why did God make us so, well, selfish? All we really know is me. I can't get into your heart and feel what you feel. I can't get into your mind and understand and see the world like you did. Why did Hashem make us this way? Why did he make us that all I really can know in everything is me? Here's the answer. The reason why God made us this way is because every one of us is everything for God. The whole world. Each one of us. You look at another human being and you recognize the same thing. That person, for God, is everything. Like an only child. Each one of us, God's only child. And you know what mitzvahs are? Connection. Mitzvahs are God is saying, you're everything to me. I want to be part of your life. Please allow me in. That's what mitzvahs are. So he gave us the mitzvah of kosher, so he can be part of the way we eat and sanctify it and make it godly and meaningful. And every aspect of life, and the girl spoke about some of them, there is the mitzvah, there is God's invitation. Please, I want to be part of that. Your physical life, your spiritual life, the way you live, the way you love, everything. And that's the most important message of all, friends. Bat mitzvah means, or bar mitzvah for the guy, it's a year later. What does it mean? What's a mitzvah? A mitzvah is Hashem saying, you, me, each one of us, you're everything. You're the whole world to me. Please let me into your life. I want to be one with you. So, dear girls, I want to bless you. I want to bless you that you go from strength to strength. That you continue on this journey that you began here at MTC. I heard Ita saying, please stay in touch. I know you will. Lots of wonderful programs to continue doing. I want to wish your parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters, uncles and aunts, friends, all of you, may you derive much nachas. No, how do you translate nachas? I can't. But maybe this will help. Pride, joy, satisfaction, delight, pleasure from these beautiful children, all our children. May we merit to be blessed with good health, all of us, success in all of our endeavors, peace in Israel, only good things to hear and share, and the ultimate blessing, the coming of Mashiach in a world healed and perfected. May we merit that without delay. Shabbat Shalom. I'll see you later.
Thank you so much, Rabbi Nu. We will now have a video presentation. You can have a look at the screen.
My name is Sophia, Jacqueline, Kira, Lauren. The best part about BMC is how I can come here and I'm with all my friends, and also I learn all these amazing things.
The best part about Mitzvah class is getting to meet all the new people.
The best part of the MTC is being around like all my friends.
The best part is the activities and with my friends. parts, probably being with my friends, learning new things.
The best part of Bat Mitzvah Club is being with my friends and just having fun with them and learning new things.
I learned about the candle.
I learned my God soul
And about how respecting your parents is very important. The best part of Bat Mitzvah Club is learning,
meeting new people.
The lesson?
I like all the people.
being here with my friends.
I learned a lot of things, like our godly soul,
Jewish women history.
meeting new people and making new friends.
Wow, thank you so much. So I want to thank some of the staff here at the MTC, because this program cannot happen the way it does without some of our amazing staff here. So firstly, I'd like to thank Velva Minkowitz. Thank you, Velva, for taking care of tonight's event, making everything so seamless and always just helpful. And I just can't thank you enough for helping us put this beautiful night together. So thank you so much, Velva. I'd like to also thank Zeldi Treidel. Thank you, Zeldi, for organizing the beautiful dinner which will follow this. And I want to say that Zeldi, she guided me in organizing and learning how to make this beautiful program. So I have to give all the credit to Zeldi. Thank you, Zeldi. And she's always there to help me with anything that I need. So thank you, really. I'd also like to thank Chani Teitelbaum. Chani is in the office. She is behind the scenes, does so much for our program. So I want you all to know, she does the online forms, printing, design, graphics, whatever I need, emails, anything. She's always ready to help me with a smile, and it really, there's a lot of credit goes to her. So thank you, Chani. If you're not here, I just want to shout out to you. So thank you so much. I'd also like to thank our amazing Racheli Spiro, who is our Bat Mitzvah teacher this year. Thank you, Racheli. Thank you for joining me this year in teaching the girls and teaching the Bat Mitzvah classes. We had 2 groups, thank God, this year. And Racheli came with her experience and she's educated in education. So she really brought her creativity, her ideas, and really made our lessons that much more amazing. So really, thank you, Racheli. I have something for you, a little gift. Here. Thank you so much, Racheli. She was an amazing support and always helped me with everything that I need. And I'd also like to thank my dear husband and my 6 beautiful boys who excuse me when I have to leave to teach you girls. So I want to give you boys a big thank you, because without their help...
Good Shabbos.
Okay, so thank you, everyone. Thank you all for joining, and mazel tov to you girls. You girls did a fantastic, fantastic year, so thank you, and you did beautiful speeches. Well done. Okay, so in a few minutes, let me just see what time. Yep, in a couple minutes, I'm going to give you some instructions, and I'll let you know when we can start. We're going to do a candle lighting. So if you notice, each girl, where your families are sitting, there should be at least 1 or 2, some of you have 3 trays with candles, matches. It has the blessing to make for our candle lighting. So we're going to actually do a candle lighting all together. All the women, girls, are going to do a candle lighting together today. And we're going to join thousands of women around the world who are also lighting Shabbat candles tonight. So we're not going to do it just yet. Before we start, I would like, if you notice, you'll see also a tzedakah box, a charity box, and we are all going to put a coin in. You should have a bunch of coins. This is for everyone. Men, women, and children can all give a coin to the charity box. So you can start with that. Girls, you can join your families, okay, for the Shabbat candle lighting, and I will tell you when we can start lighting. Please don't light just yet, okay? So girls, join your